Tau tua male au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona I matu. Ma tau teu tuina lo ta vale, ma le tele o nisi o matu au nanga ese ese. Ai le ngata hoile, ma tau te sia ke ina fo ilo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang vai pak ulusa? Awalnya telepon, matu tu siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posila fia, mua, tapi lah ucapan le peaut. Mua, tapi lah telepon ni time me utu ina lah ucapan. Mana vai enggak mulu. Mana tua fu? Matua I whaasaina, lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga whapeni. Mata Samoa, ole mata mo Samoa. Mato te fia e au na pea mo oi Samoa. Maftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Dela wana faila whaakau. Ili tupele na mai talo voucher. Dela wana whaakau ma me te mga oi. Ili voucher. Tai fu se fa na o dela se mai ole. Talo voucher mo wai whaakau me ai ole ya so. Ya no fat.
Talo for lover everyone. Malole soi fu malangi mama. How is everyone today? Man, I'm feeling good. And I'm just like, what?
You're feeling really relaxed today.
I am feeling a little, it was a little bit of a rushed day, but we are back in studio. Claudia, how's your day been?
It has been amazing. So like Pea said, we did do a little trip to the city today to see a good friend and my personal chiropractor. But before we get into those videos, Pea, would you like to thank our amazing sponsors?
My goodness, of course.
Because without you guys, the show would not be possible.
Yeah. Look, thank you so much to all of our sponsors. You know, daily we talk about our sponsors and we often say, okay. They just help. Yeah. Actually, no, they do more than help. They help us build this platform so that you and I, or you and Claudia, or whoever it is, has a story to tell. We get to share it on this platform and share it to the world to inspire the generations to come. And it's not about us. No. It's about helping our community rise above whatever it is that they're going through. But Pacific Easy Money Transfer, thank you so much. Pacific 40. Talofa vouchers have become a very popular way to help
and very, very easy to purchase.
Yep. And we can't even forget Malta Samoa, all the way in Samoa, and still showing their love and support for our team. We've got Seki Works, Say Oriana. If you are looking for the perfect gift, you already know where to go. Say Oriana, the beautiful mouse is always 100. And last but not least, of course, where we are based, the Pacific Business Hub. Laura, the owner and director here, is always willing to help our Pasifika community out. So if you have a special or an idea or need any help for an existing or a new business idea, then head over. Don't forget, we've got lawyers here, accountants, you name it, we're all here. One big happy family.
Yes, we are. And like we mentioned this morning, we did head over to the practice where you will find Dr. Brad, my chiropractor. He's an amazing chiropractor, and you will soon see why. We did pre-record the show, but still leave your comments, any questions you have, because we are going to be here watching live with you. And without further ado, let's get into it.
I know, I'm excited because I feel good.
Talofa lava, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of BluTable Podcast. Now, if you watched the show on Monday, yes, we did have the Manu Samoa guys, and oh my God, if you've seen the pictures, go to our Facebook page, because you probably would have seen the pictures, and I felt so incredibly short, because those guys are massive. Giants. And they're giants. And yes, I am naturally a short person because I am Peruvian and I'm only 169 centimeters tall. That's a little bit of information about me, but everyone thinks I am tall and that I've got great posture. And yes, I do have a little secret as to why I look tall. And I thought, do you know what? You guys have been so amazing. So I'm going to share with you my secret on how I look tall and slender and have a great posture. And my secret is right here next to me. And his name is Dr. Brad.
Dr. Brad.
Hi everyone.
I love it. Wow.
And how are you
I'm
today?
very well, Claudia, thank you. And
Yes.
slender.
Yes.
Well, I'll put that into
Yes.
my repertoire.
And that's your secret.
Yes.
So yes, I have seen Brad for maybe, I think it's been nearly 2 years, year and a half now.
Yeah.
So I see him religiously. I'm never going to give him up, guys. He's stuck with me for life. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I did have back problems, especially after COVID, because we were working from home and I was sitting on my chair and I was slouching and I had terrible lower back pain. Came to see Brad, and honestly, I was touched by God. My back problems were gone. I see him every 8 weeks now, and like I said, I'm never going to stop. But we'll let him do a little bit of the talking. I am going to stay silent now.
You want to get into this?
Right.
She's dug a deep hole.
I have.
Is she behind on her payments or something?
No, I'm not. Thank you very much. Don't give me that representation. I'm not behind the payments.
I'm kidding.
But Brad, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a chiropractor, you're
Yes.
a doctor. Tell us a little bit about how you kind of got into the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, back in 2007, I was training very hard for my black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm also a teacher in jiu-jitsu. Now, back then, I hurt myself. I went to a chiro. He was amazing. So gentle, so specific and accurate with his care that it made me do a complete turnaround on my initial thoughts of what chiros were about. Because when I was 19, I hurt my back. It's going back a couple of haircuts. And I went to a chiro and it was not a good experience.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I swore off them. Well, I would never go back. However, when I hurt my back in 2007, I didn't have very many options, and I went to this fella, and it turned out it was life-changing. It was just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that at the age of 36, I went back to university, 5 years full-time study, which was a big ask of my family and my wife. Bless her.
Shout out to Brad's wife. You're the real trooper here.
And here we are. That's the abbreviated version.
And it's interesting that you say that you had somewhat of a traumatic experience, because there is a conception behind, you know, chiropractors and seeing them. I know, Pea, you've never seen one.
No, I haven't.
Because you're scared. And, you know, I admit that I was actually scared. When the first time I saw Brad as well, I was like, oh my God, he's going to click my neck and he's going to click my back. Like, you know, it's going to be really scary. But no, Brad was very, very gentle. And it kind of just alludes to the fact that you really have to have a lot of trust in your chiropractor, which, Brad, you gained very, very quickly. So, you know, guys, come here. And, you know, I'm just going to go straight into it, because I know, you know, you might be thinking, who is Brad? And Brad's all these amazing things. He is a doctor and everything. But he also has some very famous clients. Now, I don't know if we can drop names, but Brad will tell you as much as he can. And this is why you need to see Brad, because if Brad is good enough for these clients, he's good enough for you.
You know, and it was interesting, we were driving here and I said to Claudia, I'm freaking out. I don't know what else to say. And she said, you know what? The best of the best. And only the top athletes come through to Brad. So, Brad... Drop the names, man. Drop the names. Who's the most famous, one of your most famous clients?
If you were to
Claudia Sanchez.
Of course.
Of course, number one.
Of course.
Thank you.
Athlete, though.
A very well-known athlete and good friend, whom I can safely call a friend, would be Mr. Israel Adesanya. The Hellberg winner.
All you guys know who he is, and all the females know who he is as well. So.
He's a champion individual, and obviously a champion athlete. I have a close connection with the City Kickboxing crew. So because of my connection with Dougie and with Huge, a lot of those boys just they come through. Those individuals in particular are results driven. If you're not on the money, if you're not helping, then you're hindering, and they'll go somewhere else. I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet, but what I do with these guys works. So they've been very loyal, very, very good clients. I first met Izzy just before his first UFC fight, so going back nearly 4 years now, must be coming up. And he had tweaked himself at the gym, and Huge said, you need to go and see this fella. And we've been mates ever since. He's a top man.
I love it. So, you know, we talk a lot about contribution in our community, and we all know Israel recently named champ, you know, in the world.
The best of the best.
Best of the best. And now I'm sitting here thinking, well, there's obviously been people that have contributed to that. And today, we're sitting right next to him, Brad. How do you feel about that? Because he's at the top of his game.
It's overwhelming. It really is. And I'm a very small part in a very large wheel that all works together for Israel as the centre of that wheel, if you will. I was on site with him in Melbourne when he got his middleweight championship. I was sitting out the back with the boys, just quietly in the corner, and just watched him drop Robert Whittaker. Sorry, bro, but drop. And it just went wild. It just went crazy. But to be just in there with that vibe when he got the strap was just insane. A real privilege, a real honour, and something I'll never forget. Very cool.
So are those one of the perks? You get to travel with the fighters?
Yeah, on occasion. Now, COVID really has stuck a spanner in the works. You know what I mean? It really has made life hard. The UFC has jumped forward with Fight Island, you know what they've done overseas, which is just an amazing thing for them to have put together so that the sport can continue, so it can keep rolling, it can keep producing the fights and the title fights and everything else. Now, the downside of that, I suppose you would say, if there is a downside, is that you have to be only a very small number of the team can go for each trip, because you've all got to be tested, you've all got to be cleared, you've still got to go through ISO. Then on the way home, you've got to go through isolation again, and it's a costly. Not experiment. What's the, you know the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
That
word.
That one.
You give us the word. Don't worry about it. You know what you're talking about.
So it's back to what you were saying. It's an honour and a privilege. Mr. Brad Riddell, we've been watching him chew his way through the ranks. That man is someone to watch. He is an absolute beast. He's like watching a V8 get warmed up, and he's just chopping through the gears. As each round goes on, he just gets better and better and better. Phenomenal. Kai Carter France, top man, and he is doing exceptionally well. He's got a fight coming up, I think, hopefully in November, and he's going to be on the card with Izzy again, which will be very cool to watch.
Oh yes, we're all looking forward to that.
Yeah, so they're the big names. They're the boys that I look after, that are the shining lights, if you will. But I look after a lot of people whom are on the struggle, who are trying to work their way through the ranks, who they don't have the financial backing. That's something that I learned from a previous practice that I was working out of in Takanini. Chiropractic and Sport, shout out Chiropractic and Sport Takanini. They look after the community in a big way. The County's Manukau Sports Awards, if they're still running, that particular company would put thousands of dollars every year in free sponsorship to the winners of each division, and even the runners-up of each division in the County's Manukau Sports Awards. And we would see those athletes coming through. And being the prime athletes that you ladies are.
Of course. Yes. Have you not seen my arm muscles?
Good tackler.
I did catch my first fish.
Explains the back problems.
I'm sure you understand the time on the tools required and the financial sacrifices, both for yourself and also your family. The support that mum and dad and everyone else have to give you to just keep on pushing. And then you may not even make it. So that Chiropractic and Sport Takanini, they went a long way in helping a lot of people get through some tough times and hopefully reach their dreams. Now I took that on board. So when I'm dealing with individuals like, not like Izzy, but like up and comers, I'll do sponsorship. I'll look after them as best as I can.
Isn't that amazing? And guys, you know, Brad has changed my life. He's an important aspect of Israel's, Brad's and Kai's career. So guys, you might want to stay tuned, but you might want to come and see Brad yourself. But we'll be right back after this break.
Hold up. Pose, yeah. Pose, yeah. Pose. I am photo shoot. Pose. I am pose. It's a photo shoot. Dope boy, I'm a Polaroid. Photos make me paranoid. Living up her camera phone.
Welcome to the Pacific Business Hub.
Marawa, guys, and we are here at CrossFit AKL in Auckland CBD, and we are here with the very special Dr. Brad, who is my chiropractor, the secret to why I look very tall and slender and have a great posture, and he's also a good friend. But I know, Pea, during the break, Fala, just a shout out to you because she wants to be scheduled in with Dr. Brad here. And
because I want to be tall and slender too.
Yes. That is my secret, guys. That is why I look tall, because I am only 169 centimeters. I'm not tall at all. But I look it, and it's because of this man right here.
This man right here. Look, before the break, we were talking a little bit about his contribution, and not just Brad's contribution. See, now I've got all nervous. Sorry, guys. Contribution to our up-and-coming superstars. Yeah. Look, we all know how hard it is. So if you're out there and you're wondering, oh my gosh, how can I help? Well, you can help. Mm-hmm. You know, find ways to contribute to the business. Support your local.
Yes. And talking about supporting our local, Brad, can you tell us what your Instagram handle and Facebook handle is so that our viewers can go and follow you and even book in an appointment?
As simple as The Practice Chiro.
The Practice Chiro, guys. And we are going to be inserting it. But go ahead, like, follow, subscribe, do all those things, and you can be just as tall, as slender as I am.
As Claudia. I can't wait to book my appointment because now it's not about myself and Claudia. We're just kind of like fighting over Brad right now. Look, Brad, we know that you've had a massive contribution to, you know, the up-and-coming superstars. How important is it? Because, you know, with the cost, how important is it for you to, you know, help our superstars out, like, for us to invest? Like, we invest so much of our time on Facebook and Instagram and all of this other stuff that just doesn't even add value to our life.
No.
Talk us through about how important it is.
I think it's vastly underrated just how hard it is for up-and-coming athletes to get that foot on the ladder, to get that step up. New Zealand sport does its best in trying to, I honestly believe that they do try their best to help our up-and-coming athletes. Unfortunately, there is still a large focus on those traditional sports. And so the less known sports, unless they're performing, they don't get the funds. Now, from a practitioner's point of view, I get pleasure, my benefit is from seeing these people bounce back from injury, maintain their performance levels, maintain being able to do the crazy amount of hours that they do at the gym, on the field, doing the sport that they love doing, just in participating that's what gets me going. Now, there's the flow on from that, of course, is financially, you know, as a business, you still need the dollars coming in.
Of course.
Of course. But I managed to get by simply by doing a good job with the athletes, and then the families come in. And so, you know, for me, it's a pay forward one, and I get 10 in return. It's an absolute, on the surface, it looks like business suicide. But it's actually been very good to me, and it enables me to continue doing the same job. It's just look after these individuals, and you're looked after in return. It's pretty cool.
And I remember when I first saw you, Brad, I remember we were checking out my neck rotation, and I can't remember if it was my left or right, but it couldn't actually rotate my neck fully to one side. And then I saw Brad, and then I could fully, I was like, super flexible, guys. Keep your men happy at home. But I could turn my head, to my left and right equally. And then I could move my back. I could move my legs equally, because I remember one leg was moving higher than the other. But after getting adjusted by Brad, I could move both legs equally. And it's crazy how many things you discover about your own body when you come see a chiropractor, and your flexibility and your movement. and all of that.
It's interesting, like you're talking about changes, which are really, really cool. And that's the stuff that sets into people's minds and they go, oh, this does work. And from a physical point of view, absolutely, there's those changes. But some of the changes I hear about secondhand. I was talking to Pea about before in the break, which was, for example, I have a husband or wife come in and they're hurting, they've got something going on, and we look after them and we get them underway. And then they end up referring in their partner, their significant other. And when that significant other comes in, they turn around to me and they say, "What have you done to Claudia?" And well, I've just been looking after her, her neck, and a bit of her back stuff. And no, the other stuff. She's so much happier. She's not as grumpy, or she's got more energy.
Flexibility. She said it, not me.
You said it again, though.
And it's those things, that feedback, which is really cool.
And it's crazy because, yes, you get adjusted and your whole whole entire body changes and your mood changes. You're happier because you can move more freely. You're happier because you can bend over and pick up whatever you dropped on the ground, right? And it changes your life, really. Fala, she's thinking about it.
Look, and I'm loving this. I love the fact that, we're talking openly about this, because a lot of the times we're saying, invest in your health, go to the gym. But it doesn't actually stop there.
No.
Brad's made it very clear, okay, when we come here, a lot of the time it's a quick fix. That's what I've been doing over the 14 years plus.
3.
Yeah. I've been
17 years, don't worry, Fala, I've got your back. It has been 17 years, not 14.
17 years of, my relationship. It's been a quick fix. Everything. I've got a sore back. Oh, can you just pay, drop $100? And I'm not going to name the person that I normally go to, but you find them in the mall. Don't trust them.
No, don't.
Don't. You need to really invest. And when I'm talking about investing your money, I mean not just investing your money once every month. I mean, once at every 6 months. I'm talking about invest in your health because you're worth it. But I have been seeing a new person, and her name is Sana, and Huskinson as well. So she's amazing. And now if we put the two businesses together here with Brad, I think that's what you need to kind of alternate. Can you talk a little bit about why it's important just to kind of not make it a quick fix, because it's not going to help you in the long run?
Totally. One example I use with my patients a lot is maybe think of your lower back pain or your sore knee or your whatever reason you've come into your chiro for. If you put it into an example of a dentist. So most of us aren't terribly good at getting our teeth cleaned and getting them looked at every 6 months or even every 3 months, and prevention. Think of chiro very much the same. So for example, lower back's been hurt, you've hurt your lower back. With the dentist, you've got a hole in your tooth and it's giving you grief, and you go to the dentist and they go, "Pea, I'm really sorry, but that tooth's coming out." And so, boom, out comes the tooth. And you sit there and go, "Right, that just cost me $1,000 and that really, really hurt. I'm not going back." And the dentist is sitting there going, "You need to see my hygienist every 3 months. You need to come in every 6 months for a full dental checkup." And then that's going to help prevent you getting another bad tooth and me pulling out more teeth. And most people sit there and go, "Yeah, sure," and don't do it. Okay? Chiro is very much the same. A lot of people, they treat us like the ambulance at the bottom of a cliff. I have people walking in like Spider-Man, along the wall and in a world of pain, and all they can say is, "Fix me." Which is great. I mean, it's not great that they're in pain, but it's my priority to get that individual out of pain. That's my first thing. My next thing is to get them functioning as well as I possibly can. Now, from a pure chiropractic point of view, it's get them functioning correct, and then the side effect of that is that the pain goes away. But the reality is we need to get that pain gone, and then you can start talking to people about function, because that's all they can think about it in the first phase. So what I try to do is I promote to people, okay, we've gotten you out of pain. Fantastic. You're also back to training 4 days a week. You've also been picking up the kids, dropping the kids off. You've been doing the runs with the kids. You've been doing all this other stuff, and you're feeling good. How about we maintain that? How about we keep it just going? And instead of coming in, and like most people when they're injured, they come in and you have to see them multiple times because they're in such a bad way. There's either a torn muscle or there's a strained ligament or whatever going on, and you've got to gently get them to the point when, and then set them free, so to speak. Whereas if they weren't in pain, if they were just coming in to get checked, then you clear them out, send them on their way for another 12 weeks.
So basically, because I know that you've just that example was perfect. $1,000, that one-off charge, that's pretty massive. And I know, by the end of that year, you'll probably got like no more teeth left, and you won't be able to smile nicely to everyone. But if you're willing to pay that big massive bill, which a lot of the time we don't have that kind of money. What Brad's saying is see a chiropractor on a regular basis to avoid that painful visit, and then also that big nasty bill at the end.
Absolutely. Someone comes in a bad way, they may be looking anywhere from 6 to 10 visits spaced over 2 or 3 months to get them back to, depending how bad they were, of course, back to 100% and back into the sport they love, back into the family that they want, that they love and they support. Versus coming in once, seeing me once every 12 weeks. It's the same as seeing the hygienist once every 3 months. Instead of spending that $1,000 on the dentist, you're spending $100 on getting your teeth cleaned. It's just good economics. It makes sense.
It is true. It is very true. And I come see Brad religiously. I think I see you now every 8 weeks.
Every 8.
But when I first saw Brad, I couldn't, if I lay down on the bed, I couldn't even roll up and kind of bring myself up. Like my legs weren't even working properly, my arms, my neck, it was a mess. Brad adjusted me, and now, like I said, I'm very tall and slender and very flexible.
Very flexible.
But we are going to go on a very short break now, and we'll be back for even more exciting talk with Dr. Brad. Hello, lover guys, and welcome again. We have Dr. Brad on the show, my chiropractor / friend / life changer. Now we have done a lot of / what? No, we've done a lot of talking, so we thought, why not get Brad to show us some tips on how he can change your life. Because remember, he is not only my chiropractor, but he's also Israel Adesanya's chiropractor. So if he's good enough for us, he's good enough for you guys. Now, before he shows us some tips and tricks, Brad, do you want to tell us again, what is your Facebook and Instagram handle so that our viewers can go ahead and like and follow you?
Yeah. It's as easy as The Practice Chiro.
The Practice Chiro, guys. Write it down, like it, make your appointment with Brad, because it's going to change your life, and it's going to make you look as tall and slender as I have been looking.
I love it. I can see it now. All the women flooding into the city. Oh, where's Dr. Brad?
Maybe not in that voice, Pam, but we are.
Dr. Brad.
It does roll off the tongue very nicely. But anyway, Brad, do you want to show us?
You guys.
Do you want to show us the first tip and trick that you've got?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a tough act to follow. One of the simple ones that a lot of people ask me about is position of body in relation to the desk that they work at. A lot of people that they work on. A lot of people are desk bound, and they have these very well qualified people come in and set them up with the elbows at right angles, shoulder at right angles, and everything's all tickety-boo. That's great. That's really, really good.
Tickety-boo. I want to
Tickety-boo.
steal that. I want to steal that.
But a real simple one that gets forgotten is the position of the screen. So the screen needs to be at eye level. It needs to be a little bit higher than a lot of people already have them. Which is nice if you've got your own desk, not so easy if you're sharing a desk as a lot of offices do now, but if you can manage to get that screen up, it's real simple biomechanics.
Yeah.
So you imagine you got everything else all good, but the screen's down here. The eyes deviate to the screen, you become task orientated, the chin drops, the head drops, the whole back rounds, next thing you're zoning in on the screen, you've got terrible posture. Lift the screen, the chin lifts, the eye lifts, the back straightens, the shoulders are back, and you're in a much happier place. Even if the chair's not perfect and the desk isn't quite right, if you got that screen high, you're going to save your mid-back. Okay? Some simple stretches. Well, one in particular when you're seated targets the piriformis muscle. Now, the piriformis muscle...
Yes. I'm wondering what this muscle is.
It's quite important. What it does is externally rotate the leg. Now, apart from doing that cool action, that's my nerdy speak, apart from doing that, what it does is it interacts intimately with the sciatic nerve. Now, we've all heard of sciatica, that pain travelling down the back of your leg to the top of the knee, that ache that's just drilling away. I see a lot of people come in with it. A lot of people suffer from a thing called piriformis syndrome. Now, the reason for that is the sciatic nerve splits into two. One part of the sciatic nerve actually travels through the belly of the piriformis muscle. If that muscle has shortened, which is what will happen when you're sitting at a desk and you let your legs relax and open up, turning the foot out. If you're a desk jockey or a truck driver or a cab driver or a bus driver or anyone that's seated for a long period of time, those legs tend to turn out. The muscle tends to shorten. It'll compress the sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve will then start transmitting pain down the back of the leg. So to stretch out the piriformis muscle is as simple as this. Place one leg down, place the opposite leg onto the top of the knee.
Now it's getting interesting, guys.
Yes.
This will be fun.
Probably shouldn't have worn heels, but after yesterday with the Manu boys, I swore I would never not wear heels to work and look short again.
Now draw in the foot that's on the floor and you'll feel the tension start to kick in. Now push the tummy button between the legs. Don't try and roll yourself over, but try and push the tummy button between the legs. Rock the pelvis forward.
I'm feeling it, guys.
I can feel it.
Are you feeling it, Pea?
I can feel it.
I feel it. Woo!
Now, how long do you ladies hold a stretch? Because I know you're avid stretchers. You stretch
All the time.
Yeah.
60 seconds?
60
Is
seconds.
that?
That's a good answer.
Is it? Okay,
That's a
there we
good
go.
answer.
There
It's
we
better
go.
than most. Bear?
About 30.
About 30. Yeah, most people, most even athletes, and swap and change the legs before you guys heard something. Most athletes, when they're warming up before a game, or even after a game, will only hold a stretch for 15, 20, 30 seconds max.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them don't even bother to stretch, which is unfortunate. Now the key here is to hold the stretch for at least 60 seconds, ideally 2 minutes, but only to do 1 or 2 rounds is all that's required. The importance in holding it for that long is simply because the neurology of the muscle, the nerves within the muscle, need to know that it's safe to be held under that tension over that length of time, and that the new length of the muscle is a safe place to be.
Gotcha.
That's how it learns to become longer.
Yeah.
That's why your yoga experts are so flexible, because they hold the stretches for extended periods.
Gotcha.
Oh, so you're basically teaching your body to kind of...
Absolutely. You've got to train the nervous system. That's the key.
Yeah.
Not just the meat.
Not just the meat, guys. Not just the meat.
Not just the corned beef.
That's it.
Now we've got another one, don't we?
We do.
Are we moving the chairs? We're moving the chairs.
We're moving the chairs.
We're moving the chairs,
But
guys.
first of all,
Yes,
Brad, tell me,
yes.
is my posture really bad?
Yeah.
See, you are going to get honesty with Brad.
Yeah, you're going to help.
You're not going to get anyone sugarcoating it. You're going to get honesty. And that's what you
Honesty.
want from a chiropractor.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen a lot worse, but yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. That's pretty bad. I feel. Anyways.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's this fun thing here.
Wait, is mine okay?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Of course it is, because I have come in to see Brad.
Okay, what's the next one?
Have we got room to lay down?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Brad got us to lie down on the ground, guys. He got us on our backs.
They were begging for it, to be honest. So, this is for the lumbar spine, and these lumbar muscles are, again, major pain generators with lower back pain. So, an easy stretch for these guys is, with both legs bent, just cross your legs over. Easy. Put hand onto knee, place the opposite hand out flat, and look towards those fingertips. So you're creating a twisting action through the whole spine, starting from the head, working all the way down to the butt. And now just pull the leg over, trying to keep that left shoulder on the ground and trying to get that left knee, if you can,
I feel it.
to the ground. And again, how long do we hold it for, Claudia?
60 seconds to 2 minutes.
60 seconds to 2 minutes.
60 seconds.
Perfect. So we'll fast forward to the other side. Cross over, exactly the same, but the other way. Nice.
I feel it. So guys, you guys can do this in your office floor.
Ideally.
Or at home. I'm struggling. I think Bear's given up. But look, Brad has given you guys some tips on what you can do in the office, and straight after this, we're gonna have. Do you want to announce it or shall I announce it? We are going to have the man, the champion, Israel Adesanya. Yes, you heard right. One of Brad's clients, Israel Adesanya. He's coming in shortly after the break, and he's going to be seen by Dr. Brad himself. And you can see what a session with Dr. Brad is like. And it's not scary, guys. It's very relaxing. I'm sure Israel's going to be sitting there wanting to go to sleep. And just like Israel, you guys need to come in, like Brad's Facebook, Instagram, and make your booking, because if he's good enough for Israel Adesanya, he's good enough for you. See you soon.
I'm next, guys.
Nila wana whailau whaakau. Ili tupele na mai talo whawaucha. Nila wana whaakau ma me te mga oi. Ili voucher. Tai fu se whanau nila suai ole. Talo whawaucha o mawai whaakau mane ai o lia so. Ia no whaat.
Talo for lover, guys, and yes, we did say that one of Brad's clients was Israel Adesanya, and to prove that we were not lying, we have the man, the champion himself here in Brad's practice. So this is exactly what you will expect during a session with Brad. You're going to get massaged out with one of these really cool massage guns, which I've experienced myself, and they're absolutely phenomenal. It's not scary, guys. It's not what you're thinking. No one's smashing bones here. Israel is obviously very, very comfortable right now, so.
Just hanging out, doing what we do. Amen.
Thumbs up from the big man himself.
Yeah, it was most fortuitous that we were doing the interview and the talk today. I was just saying to Izzy, because I don't normally work Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Normally I do a 12-hour day Monday, 12-hour day Wednesday, a Thursday afternoon, a Friday morning, a Saturday morning, and I break it up like that because it's a lot of energy that I'm putting into individuals each visit. And to grind that out 5 or 6 days a week for a full 8-hour shift, it's hard work. One of the reasons that I became a chiropractor was for the lifestyle, was for the chance to be able to dictate my own hours and spend time with family and do what I love doing. And you need to have a full tank of gas. You need to respect yourself.
Yeah.
You need to keep your energy high. Otherwise, they feel it.
Yeah.
Everyone feels it.
Now, just watching Izzy, it's taking me back to my sessions with Ray, because this is actually very, very relaxing, guys.
I'm pretty sure I've fallen asleep on the table a few times.
What's that, bro?
I'm pretty sure I've fallen asleep on the table more than a few times.
You have, yeah. There's many occasion that Izzy's gone none-eyes.
I think I've wanted to fall asleep on the table. We always have just very good chats, so
Yes.
I never have the time to fall asleep.
Yeah, that's true. So the purpose of the massage gun, you interested in that?
Go ahead. I'm
Give
sure
it a
our
nudge.
viewers will love to know.
Cool. So the original Theragun was actually designed by a chiropractor who had a motorcycle accident and lost the power of his legs. And as sad as that is, these individuals, the paraplegics and the likes, they need physio and massage and the like, stimulation through those limbs that no longer have the ability to move themselves. And so he came up with the idea of this massage gun. And what it does is the frequency of the way that the gun hits the body, and you can change that, you can alter the frequency, but generally speaking, the frequency that the ball hits the body helps the muscles relax, gives them a temporary relaxation, which opens the door for us to get in there and do a deeper adjustment and get an adjustment that sets for longer. It also feels pretty good. And it does highlight, though, muscles that you may not have realized were a bit tight and a bit restricted and may need a bit of extra TLC in regards to stretching or mobilization.
Izzy, can you tell us how it's feeling?
You hear me purring.
No. He's enjoying it a little bit too much, guys.
And how's training been, bro?
Good, I have a first session today.
Excellent.
First one back, just to get back into the swing of things, and yeah, just taking a long clocking in.
Good.
Now, guys, what an honor it is for us here on the BluTable Podcast to be able to watch the man himself, the champion Israel Adesanya, get seen by his very own chiropractor, Dr. Brad. Now, like I was saying, if he's good enough for us, he's good enough for you guys. So make sure you go ahead and you like his Facebook page and his Instagram page, and make sure you book in your appointment to get seen by Dr. Brad.
So I do what's called the posterior chain, which is pretty much all the muscles on the back, as you may have gathered from posterior chain. A lot of fighters, a lot of individuals, full stop, but a lot of fighters have a exaggerated posture of defense, and so that posterior chain is constantly under threat or constantly under tension, and it's nice to be able to just give them a moment of just to help it let go a little bit.
Now, this is what you can expect when you book in your appointment with Dr. Brad. It's not scary, guys. He's not smashing bones. He's just feeling him out, and he will adjust him very soon.
And just raise that one up for us, cousin. Beautiful. And then that one. Nice. And then that one. Lovely. And then. And I'm just feeling for how the legs are extending, how the pelvis is moving, and also from sacrum through to L5, how they're working together. Have a line on your side, please, bro, facing that. Over you come. nice, bro.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. That's it. Nice. And that's as easy as it is. And then off the other side, let's just have a look.
Stretch.
Gee, I love the look of the new house, bro.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I showed you last week.
just
Yeah.
magic. Mate. And
Almost there.
in the playground?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at the back.
Yeah. Is that alluding to something?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
One day?
I'm sure it'll happen someday. Oh, that was deeply good.
That's what she said.
You can always expect a good time with Dr. Brad here at the practice.
Yes. So you're the host of the BluTable Talk.
I'm a co-host.
Co-host.
Yes.
I see. Who do you host with?
I host with Bear, who is just outside. Here she is. There she is. Yeah.
What's your name?
Hello. Yeah.
Mwah, Bear.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
It was nice meeting you.
Easy. Hugs.
Hugs.
Self-love.
Big hugs.
Nice.
Just one more over there.
Beautiful. There it is.
Up we come. Come and have a lay down, bro. Nice. So just a bit of gentle traction of the neck, just opening things up. You keen for this, Bear?
It's not scary, guys.
It's not at all.
Looking forward to it, actually.
Nice. Yeah, it's one of those things when looking on the outside, particularly the neck being adjusted, you're like, but on the inside, you getting it done, once you're comfortable with it, it's such a good feeling. Everything lets go, you feel lighter, you feel freer, you can move better, everything's working, connected better. It's just, looks a bit scary sometimes when you're doing that. But it's not at all. Oof, that's already gone, eh? That was mint. Yeah, she's gone.
I don't know if the camera picked up on the clicks. Did it? Perfect.
Brilliant.
Brad, just scary.
Baby, you're scaring yourself.
Right, shall we have a look at feet?
Yeah, just this ankle. Just this one, that's all.
Okay, bro, you just relax.
What an exciting show it has been here on the BluTable Podcast. What an honor and privilege it has been to be here with Dr. Brad, the chiropractor to many stars, and to myself, Claudia. But yes, as I said, you know, Brad is the reason why I no longer have lower back problems, why I can move my neck a lot easier, why I'm standing tall and look tall and very slender. He is my secret man. I'm going to forever see him for the rest of my life. Let's wrap things up. Yes. But guys, honestly, go ahead to the Practice Chiro on Facebook and Instagram. Like him, follow him. He's up to amazing things. Booking your appointment because, as you saw, Israel Adesanya is one of his clients, and if he's good enough for him, good enough for me, and soon good enough for you, he's good enough for you guys.
I'm hoping. Look, it's been an absolute honor being here with Dr. Brad. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to book it in right now. Thanks, Claudia, for hooking up. She's quite... I don't think she was going to share the secret with me, but you know what? Thank you so much, Claudia.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you bringing me here. So
yes. So, Dr. Brad.
I'd just like to say thank you, Claudia.
Yes.
Solid. It's been an honour and a privilege to meet you ladies. And
hopefully we haven't traumatized you too much.
Not too much. Not too much. It's my first podcast and maybe my last, but it was great. And for Izzy to turn up and honestly completely unexpected, it was obviously meant to be.
Yes.
So,
perfect.
So stoked.
Awesome.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you shortly. Talofa lava, guys, and yes, what an amazing experience it was for the both of us. How did you find it?
Thank you, Israel. Thank you, Brad. And off screen, Brad did do some work on adjusting this baby right here, and it was marvelous. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was. Oh my goodness, I cannot actually say what I said to Brad. But
now, do you understand why I go there?
Yeah, it was good, and it's Oh.
So, guys, if you are experiencing frequent back pains or headaches or stress, Dr. Brad may be the answer for you. So head over to Facebook and Instagram at The Practice Chiro. Follow him, give him a like, also message him for prices, and make that booking, because honestly, it's going to change your life like it did mine, like it did Bea's. So
and it has, like, I mean, like he mentioned earlier, Brad, you know, really take the time, especially our young athletes. You know, he's there to help. So send him a message. It's definitely worth investing in getting your body adjusted, because
health is wealth, guys. Health is wealth.
And oh my goodness. So I'm actually speechless. I'm lost for words today, because I feel.
And you feel taller, right?
And slender. That's the word. That was the word, was slender.
But yes, guys, head over to Facebook, Instagram, The Practice Chiro. Give him a like, give him a follow, and hit him up to make your booking. It's definitely going to be worth it.
Yeah.
And don't go anywhere, because after us, we do have Asiata on the show. As always, it's going to be another great segment.
Yeah, oh man, Asiata,
Asiata's show. So contagious.
It does always a bomb, Asiata and his guests. And let's not forget, a massive thank you to our sponsors.
Yes.
We were able to travel outside of Manukau to the city. So you can expect us to be out and about more to, you know, like we said before, live and breathe Pacific. So we're going out there to meet our locals, and oh my gosh, that's it.
Thank you so much for today. And yes, we're going to be back tomorrow with another exciting segment. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you again to Dr. Brad. I'll see you at the next appointment. Bye.
Bye. God bless everyone.
Squad, baby. Rex, J Sands.
Let's go.
Oh, say I'm say you are complete to me, I get you. By the way that you move and the way that you smile. Say, oh my Dorima, baby, you be giving your hand, I'll take you anywhere. You give me something that I never had. Cause you care, but about to me and the family. Say, why you waiting on me to talk to you? Yeah, I'ma listen what y'all say. Yeah, don't move out in the come here. Yeah, they on the nail, dirty wine, girl, dirty wine. Yeah, say, tama in and not the bite, say,